The worst decision I've ever made in business. Good morning and welcome to In the Car with Clint. Today's In the Car with Clint is brought to you by Jarrod, our graphic designer at Hectagon Group. You might have noticed a dramatic improvement in the imagery. Actually, dramatic's not fair because that's really rude. Sorry, Duffy. You might have noticed a slight improvement. That's not nice for Jarrod because he's pretty good. Anyway, you get the point. We've got a graphic design guy. He's a legend. He makes it look easy. And he came to me with a few suggestions. So the worst decision I've made in business. There's a few. And you'll see people do podcasts where they're like, if you could go back in time and change one thing, what would you change? And everyone's like, oh, nothing. This has made me who I am today. There's a few things that I would go back and change, right? So they're not all completely connected to business, but they're financially connected. For those of you in the cryptocurrency space, I have been on Cardano or ADA for a very long time, right? I bought Cardano for 70 cents. That's late for a lot of people. As a tip from my mate Tommy Newton, who's an absolute legend as a human and cares about people deeply and is happy to share information. He got me onto ADA and I bought a bucket load. I sold 20,000 ADA at $1.83 Australian because I flinched, and 2 weeks later it was nearly at $4. Right, so that's probably one of the worst decisions I'd ever made. And then number 2, I had an opportunity. These are all NFT, these are all crypto connected. And this is funny because honestly, like, to answer the question, there's a few things in business that I probably would like to do differently, but they're not the biggest mistakes I've made. I'll cover off this one. I should have bought Gary V's V-Friends. I had enough ETH in my account to probably buy 2, and I didn't buy any, and now they're fucking mooning like you would not believe. 3, another Gary V connection. I had an opportunity to fly. Well, I was offered the opportunity to fly to New York and do a 2 or 3 day thing with Gary V in January before the COVID explosion, but it was 20,000 US. I didn't want to leave Celeste and the kids for another week. I would have had to fly to New York for a week, and I chose not to do it. And then the whole world locked down. So probably, a regret there. And then, I don't know, if I look at business, I'd say not buying my buildings would be something that I'd like to change. And I don't regret it. And I don't think that we would have been able to grow as fast as we've grown, or we might have been able to grow faster because of the equity growth in the businesses. But my cash is always tied up in stock and growth. And it's how I do things because we grow at 25 to 40% a year. So I don't have any free cash as a deposit for a building. The funny thing is I'm paying $350,000 a year in rent, I reckon. So I can service the loan. I just don't have the cash deposit to buy the buildings. So that's probably it. Other than that, I don't really have a lot of mistakes that we've made. We have micro mistakes and maybe some macro mistakes that occur along the way, but it's just part of doing business. And I think if you get too caught up on looking backwards, then you're not looking forwards, and then you'll drive into a wall. So yeah, there you go, Jarrod. There's the answers. It's all cryptocurrency and NFT driven and Gary V driven. Everything else, nothing else matters. It's just that. Don't be late on NFTs. Not financial advice. Anyway, I hope that answered the question and someone benefited from that. Thanks for tuning into In the Car with Clint. If you're looking for better versions of this, head to the channel you're watching it on. There's 140 other ones. So yeah, that's it. Be kind to each other, and I'll see you real soon. Probably here on your chosen channel. Thanks. Be kind to each other. That was horrible. Sorry, Jarrod.